They left. They doubted. They forgot you. Good, because now you remember who the hell you are. Walk like you don't need anyone, because you never did. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, which country are you watching this video from? This video isn't just a message. It's a wake-up call. For those who've been abandoned, misunderstood, overlooked, this is your moment, your path. Let's begin. You felt it before. That ache in your chest when silence turned sharp. When the ones who once swore they'd stay become echoes in your memory. When messages go unread, when the room chills and you're left walking alone. Let it hurt. Let it shake you, but not your hope, not your soul. Let it destroy the illusion that anyone owes you anything. The moment you realize no one is coming to rescue you, that's the moment you become dangerous. Move like you need no applause, like no one's watching. Because truth is, most won't. And that's not your weakness. That's your weapon. When Marcus Aurelius stood at the edge of war, he didn't pray for help. He didn't beg. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That's power. Quiet, brutal, real. That's who you become when you stop craving attention. When your actions aren't for eyes, but for your own soul. Most people shape themselves like clay for others, spinning endlessly, hoping someone approves. That's why they shatter the moment someone walks away. But not you, not anymore. You're not a background character in someone else's script. You are the fire, not to destroy, but to transform. You walk through pain, not for revenge, not for applause, but because fire forges iron. And you're becoming iron. Your discipline is your voice. Your silence is your reply. Your presence is your answer. Real power doesn't announce itself. It waits. Then it moves without asking. Here's the burn. They won't get it. You'll be misunderstood, left out, questioned. Why? Because your silence threatens their noise. Your endurance offends their weakness. You walk in quiet. They cry out for approval. You build in the dark. They decorate in the light. And you will feel like an insult to everything they never had the courage to become. So let them stare. Let them whisper. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." You don't need to be understood. Because once you live for their validation, you become their prisoner. Reclaim your energy. Every second you waited on closure, every moment you hoped they'd return, forget it. You don't need their guilt, their explanation, their apology. You need forward. You need movement. You need stillness with meaning. You need to walk, not as someone broken, but as someone rebuilding. Yes, walking alone is hard. It means no good morning texts, no one checking in. Some nights, the silence will scream. But it also means freedom. Freedom from lies, from manipulation, from dead connections you kept watering, hoping they'd bloom again. Now, you realize you were enough all along, not because you're flawless, but because you showed up every day with heart, with discipline. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. And we waste it chasing what chose to leave, trying to fix what broke itself, waiting on people who never deserved the wait. So stop. Take back the minutes, the hours, the years. Take back your focus, your power. There is nothing more unstoppable than a soul who knows how to walk away, not out of rage, but out of clarity. They see now who builds and who breaks, who loves and who pretends, who supports and who silently resents. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's when you stop explaining, stop begging, stop fixing. That's when you begin. Every step in solitude isn't isolation, it's evolution. Every quiet morning, every cold shower, every page turned in silence. That's your soul unlearning needing it. That's your spirit building its own spine. Because if your strength only works when you're being loved, it's not real strength. If your confidence collapses with rejection, it's not real confidence. True power is forged within. You don't wait for the storm to pass. You train in the storm. You don't wait for validation. You give yourself standards. You clean your thoughts like a warrior sharpens his blade. You don't do it to impress. You do it because that's who you are now. Someone who chose peace over people-pleasing, control over chaos, direction over distraction. You are not waiting for the path. You are the path. That's Stoicism, not apathy, but clarity, not numbness, but discipline, not arrogance, but inner order. And once that lands, the silence becomes sacred. The solitude becomes strength. You become still while others panic, calm while others collapse, because you walked through fire and it didn't burn you, it forged you. So walk, not to be seen. Walk because this is who you are now. Let them say you've changed. You have. You've stopped needing, started knowing. Stoicism doesn't teach you to chase. It teaches you to be, to build, to become. So walk like you don't need anyone, because if you fall, you rise. If they doubt, you continue. And if they look back, they'll see the truth. They didn't break you. They built you. So thank them. Then forget them. And walk like you never needed them, because you never did.